Hello everyone and welcome to EDUC 407, week number 3. I know I'm doing this a little early because I know we got Super Bowl Sunday and we got Valentine's Day, so I want to get you guys at least a little extra time to be prepared. So let's get right into it and what assignments you have to do. So let's see. So we have week 3 assignments. All these assignments are due by the 20th of February, which is a week from Sunday. This gives you plenty of time to work on some of these. You'll have one where you have to look at some videos for ISTE. You'll have Common Sense Media. There's a link to some information there that you'll have to look at. And then you'll look at a Pear Deck, Be Internet Awesome. Those first 3 assignments, what you're going to do is you're going to place the submissions for those on the Padlet link that I'll show you in just a little bit on Blackboard. The other thing, 2 things you're going to do for this week is the digital citizenship policy. This is going to be a group work assignment. We'll talk about who's in which group, and I'll explain everything in just a little bit. But again, don't stress out too much about it. It's not that intricate, but you will have to spend some time with each other on Slack to kind of get things going. The last thing you'll have to do is what we call a copyright commercial. You will have to make a 30 to 60-second commercial on something regarding copyright law. We'll talk about that in just a little bit as well. Now, there is an important announcement. The university sent us an email pretty much today saying that we're looking to go back to classes. So since the main campus is going back to classes, they're looking at having ours go back as well. That means we are a hybrid class, so some of our stuff is online, some of it's in class. However, I know some of you guys are far, far away. Some of you guys are in Ventura, Santa Clarita, Taft. I know it's tough to get all the way over here to Bakersfield to get on campus. So I'm going to do everything I can to keep us online. But if we do have to meet, and there is that possibility, those people that are far away will be able to Zoom in. I'll be able to get the link and everything, get you guys all set up that way. And then those that are in Bakersfield would have to attend. It's one of those things that they do want us to do. This will be at most 1 to 2 class sessions. I am not looking at doing a lot of them. I mean, we're already week 3, so there's only 5 to choose from. For sure, if we have to do it the last one, so I want to make sure all grades are updated and everything like that, but maybe one other. But I will keep you updated. I need to talk to Dr. Drury, that is the head of our campus in Bakersfield, and see what she says about all that stuff. So let's get into the assignment. So I'm going to get into Blackboard right now. Okay. So when you look at this, there will be a video. The video will be posted onto Blackboard, so you can look at that while you're looking at this stuff. But this is what week 3 is going to look like. The first part is submitting the work for numbers 1, 2, and 3 here. So what you're going to do is that you'll submit on Padlet. I'll show you what that's like for all the stuff for number 1, 2, and 3. So number 1 are some ISTE videos to watch. So what you're going to do is you're going to watch these videos. So I believe there's 4 videos, one called Digital Footprint for Students, Online Behavior, Intellectual Property, and Digital Privacy. So what you'll need to do is watch all 4 of these videos, take notes on them, pretty much summarize what you're learning in that. And what you're going to do is that you will come back to the main page, and this particular link right here, what you're going to do is you're going to click on it, and it's going to open up a page like this. This is what's called a Padlet. So it's basically like a notepad that everybody can kind of type on. So you'll see here, number 1, ISTE videos. Summarize your learning from those 4 videos. You'll click on the plus. You will type up something that summarizes your learning from all 4 of the videos and put your name on it so that way I know who's who. And you'll do the same thing for numbers 2 and 3. Now you'll see here on number 2, Common Sense Media, how could you use these resources with students? And then you'll see here number 3, Pear Deck, how is the interactivity of these lessons helpful? So if I come back into the content here, the Common Sense Media, number 2, this is a website link to commonsense.org that talks about digital citizenship. So there's probably going to be some articles, videos, anything that you can look at with regards to digital citizenship. And what I want you to do is post a response to this question. how could you use these resources with students? So I want you to look at them. Now, depending on the age group that you're going to possibly be working with, if you're not already, it could be elementary. So how would you use them for elementary class? How would you use them for junior high class? How would you use them for a high school class? So you just have to pick whichever one you're planning on doing and talk about how you can use some of these resources. The third assignment is called Pear Deck Be Internet Awesome. Pear Deck is a nice interactive program that you can use with students with Chromebooks. That's one of my favorite programs, as I was telling a few students. I love it. I use it a lot. I'm a trainer for it on my campus, so if you ever want to learn more about it, let me know. I will definitely be more than happy to teach you. But what you'll do is you'll click on that site, on this link right here. There will be a preview under lessons. So if you go down, you'll scroll down, you'll see lessons. Click on preview. It'll open up probably a slide deck for you to look at, and it'll show you all the different ways of interactivity that Pear Deck uses, as well as being safe on the internet. So definitely want to look at that. And the question that you want to answer, how is the interactivity of these lessons helpful? Okay, so, and you'll see some of that interactivity, and you'll be able to see how things work and how that can keep people safe, keep their identity safe, but also allow for some interactivity. You will do all of these things on this Padlet right here. Okay, so please make sure you're not submitting anything to Blackboard for these first 3 assignments. So even though it does say assignment in Blackboard, that's just for me to give you a grade, but you'll submit everything here on week 3 digital citizenship. So feel free to add. You'll see a lot of people, it'll start going down where you'll see all their comments and everything like that. It's another interactive way to getting like some sort of brainstorming. We've used this in our district when we've had big, huge professional developments. People are able to get into groups on Zoom. Then we put stuff in Padlet in order to show it. And then we come back and we see what everybody else has and kind of get a good idea of it. So it could be a useful tool inside your class. Going back here, our fourth one, this is the one where we are dealing with the digital citizenship policy. So what you're going to do is you're going to meet with your group on Slack, and I'll give you your groups in just a little bit. Or you can use another conferencing tool if you want to meet together. You're going to plan a digital citizenship policy. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a policy for digital citizenship for a fictitious school. It could be an elementary, a junior high, or high school, whichever one you want to pick. What you're going to do either as a group or dividing sections up, you are going to make a policy. Now, again, I'm not looking for like perfect legalese, like a legal document. What I am looking for is something that kind of really addresses what digital citizenship is. So what you're going to do is you're going to have action items for students, teachers, and parents. So students, you'll say students will blank, and you'll have a few things that they should be able to do to be digitally safe. Then you're going to have stuff for teachers, because as teachers, we also need to be safe as well and demonstrate the right things. So teachers will so and so and so. And then you'll also have something for parents, okay? Because parents are need to be just as responsible for their students' actions, but also to make sure we're held accountable as well. And then you put that there. I'm not expecting everything to be perfectly written, although you should have good grammar and things should be spelled right. But I'm not worried if it's like something that is a legal document that will pass muster for that. Okay. You should also include as part of it a progressive discipline program, meaning that if someone breaks the rules that you set there, what happens? So if a student does something wrong, what's the first punishment? What's the second? Or what will you do? What happens if a teacher does something wrong? Obviously a lot of schools have unions, but if you have something in writing and this is the discipline, at that point, the teachers need to make sure to be followed with that. And the same thing with parents. You would submit one assignment for the entire group, when I give you your groups. I would definitely probably make a Google Doc, something that you guys can all work on together. You can share it amongst each other, and then while you guys are working on it, everybody can see what's happening. Very similar to Slack, but you guys are working on it, and then when it's done, you just type up the link or share it with me and put it inside the submission for the Blackboard, and then you'll be done with that. There's a video right there that I've got a link to. You definitely may want to watch that. It may give you some ideas on what to do. Now, your groups. So I did a random name generator. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys know a random name generator. I did not figure out who was who. I just put the names in there and we picked the groups. So there are 2 groups, 4 people in one group, 3 people in another. So it gives you a chance to not have to do all the work yourself, or just 2 people having to figure out a bunch of stuff. 3 to 4 people will help you get things done, hopefully a little bit faster. So here are the groups. So group 1, Josephina, Michael, Griselda, and Kirsten. Group 2, Nichelle, Sarah, and Kimberly. Okay, so what I have done is I've taken all the groups and I've actually made a Slack hashtag, basically a channel for each of the groups. And I have put each of you guys into those groups so that way you guys can communicate with each other privately. Okay, so that what happens in group 2, they're doing something group 1 doesn't know. Obviously, you guys can talk to each other if you choose to, but I just want to make sure that you guys see that. So in Slack, and I'm showing you this in terms of the desktop version of Slack, you will see when you open it up, even on your mobile device, if you're using it, you'll see group 1, week 3, group 2, week 3 right here. So when you click on that, you and your members of your group, including me, just in case there's any issues, will be in that group. And you guys can share ideas, you can put stuff there, you can share a link to a Google Doc if someone wants to make it, and you can do that there. Same thing with group 2. So make sure you guys start communicating with each other. I know with the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, there's a possibility that you may not look at stuff till like Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's why I'm doing it now on Thursday, so that way maybe you have a little extra time to start looking and getting stuff prepped out. That way you don't feel like you're rushing at the last second, because I know with another possible 3-day weekend, that's the last thing you want to do is have to worry about it. But make sure those that are in those groups, you guys communicate with each other. And if you have any issues, talk to me. Talk to me as soon as you can so I can help you out with it. Now, coming back here to the main page, make sure you guys get that done, again, by Sunday, February 20th. The last assignment is for you to make a commercial, a copyright commercial, just something to kind of let people know what the copyright law says on one small particular topic. It does not have to be about all of copyright law. So what I've created right here is a little lecture on copyright and fair use. So definitely use that to kind of get some ideas of different ways that copyright is used. And then what you'll do is after you've watched that, come down here to number 5, and what you're going to do is you're going to pick a portion of copyright law. And I am thinking just something small, okay? If you want to create a concept for your commercial, there is, if you search YouTube for 407 copyright commercial, one of the previous teachers of this class has had them do that. So you might get some inspiration if you search that. You'll need to decide on a platform for your commercial. When I say a platform, you can either do like a PowerPoint and screencast it, Google Slides and screencast it. You could do some sort of animation if you're really good with computers, however you want to do it. But remember, all you're doing is maybe 30 to 60 seconds, kind of like a Super Bowl commercial, real quick. You want it to be like catchy, something that will inform people, especially like either children, teenagers, or adults on what that particular portion of copyright is. Once you make that video, make sure you upload it to YouTube. And what you'll do is you will get a link which you'll submit right here in number 5. Now, there are resources for copyright right here. There's some videos to watch, some articles to look at that will help you out to kind of pick something. And again, don't try to do all of copyright. Do one small little portion. And if it's just as long as you do that, you're good. Something that might help teachers out, something that might help students out, however you want to do it. Now, there's the possibility of extra credit for those that are interested in it. So right here are some resources for online video creation. I know they've got some like Powtoon and Animoto. And if you've used any of those or have seen it, a lot of times they're pretty easy to do. And again, you're only making something really small. If you use one of these tools and you do something kind of really creative, I am more than willing to give a little bit extra credit. It's going to be something that maybe I might be able to show other students to be able to use, or I might even show my students to how to be safe online with copyright. But make sure you look at those things. Again, start looking at week 3, especially if you finished with week 2 already. If you haven't, just make sure you get on top of it, because the last thing you want to do is start falling behind. I will keep you updated on whatever's happening in terms of your grades. So always check that. If I've missed something, make sure you let me know. Otherwise, I will see you guys hopefully next Thursday at 5. I will be posting an announcement on Blackboard, as well as sending you guys an email that contains a lot of this information. But make sure, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am here to help you. With that being said, have a wonderful evening, wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week.